morning. We're going to be doing a card reading, and then we're going to be doing a short healing session to support us in whatever the cards bring forward for us. So just asking Spirit now to guide us with whatever cards they have for us. Those two as well. Okay. Any more, please, Spirit? Yes. It's a lovely message, a lovely long message. I feel that one as well. Right, let's see what Spirit has for us. So I feel like the top three cards are going to come together. So we've got the Three of Water, which is a lovely place to start because this is all about a celebration. And then we have the Queen of Earth, which is about making time for those around you and taking a sensible approach, dealing with challenges in a sensible way, keeping your wits about you, but being sensible with it. And Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity. So this is a really beautiful first part of this reading. Let's see what Spirit has to say about this. It feels like you're calling in your power this week. And whenever you see this, because this will be a timeless reading, it feels like you have been looking around you for what your strength is, what your power is, what your achievement will be. And you've been looking everywhere but back at yourself. You've been looking outward, but not actually seeing that your power is already within you. Maybe your story, maybe what you've gone through, maybe something you know you're good at, but you kind of almost take it for granted that you're good at it and it doesn't matter. It's just a given. It could, be as simple as your ability to listen to people and to make them feel good. And it's really interesting because I've never noticed this before, but this one card has been signed in the bottom corner here. And that's not on all the cards. And it feels like you're about to put your stamp, your mark on your life. And you're going to see that what you've been looking for has been there all along. Your signature, your je ne sais quoi, is about to come forward onto the world stage. An exciting new opportunity, a career advancement, or a change in your life, yes. The Ace of Fire. This is what's happening now. This is this energy that's about to come forward. So let's see what Spirit says about how we can do this. So that's really beautiful. We have the Moon, Archangel Haniel, and she says that there are important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, and to release fears that hold you back. That's really interesting. So she is goddess of the moon in this image, and Archangel Haniel. But what I'm seeing here is that all this power, look at those wings, she's tied up. She's keeping herself tied down. And there's no need for that because you already have that spark inside of you. You have that magic. And I love the fact that, I don't know if you ever saw Lassie when you were a child, but it looks like Lassie, the dog, is there. And they're like, "What's up, Lassie?" And the dog barks. And they're like, "Little Timmy's stuck down the well." And the dog's just barking. But it's like, you're going to suddenly understand, like the humans could understand Lassie. They suddenly started being able to understand the dog language. You're going to suddenly start being able to understand what, your own inner words. Like you're going to be able to intuit and start taking steps in the right direction in a way that you haven't understood before. It's like the mask is going to be lifted for you somehow. Let's see, what do we have next? I think these three together. I want to try and express that a bit better. It's like before now, it was like a dog was just barking at you. Like you couldn't understand. Why am I here? What's wrong? What do I need to be doing? What's my next step? What's my power? And then suddenly, like the humans could suddenly understand Lassie. It's like suddenly you're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, I see now what I'm in for. I see now why I'm able to do this. I see now why I went through that. I see why my heart's calling me to go on this route, down this route in life." It will suddenly become clear. That language will suddenly make sense. And those psychic insights that Haniel is talking about will be perhaps you suddenly opening up and trusting your own instincts, your own intuition. That's nice. Okay, so a contented and rewarding family life. So 10 of water. And then you have the Empress, Archangel Gabriel, which is about giving birth to your dreams and nurturing. Oh my gosh, this is such a positive reading. And then you've got the King of Earth, a successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered, the Midas touch. This is amazing. So I feel like now we're stepping into what's going to happen once you start accepting these incredible gifts of yours, and everything that's going to suddenly start making sense. It's like the world's going to start offering you a place at the table. You'll walk in a room, they'll be like, oh, do you want a drink? People will be cheering for you, and it's funny. I almost get with this little one at the top here. It's going to be at first maybe a sense of you like looking at your life going, really? For me? And not believing it. But you need to believe it. You need to accept that this is what's coming for you, because this is what you've been waiting for. It's like you'll be almost like looking at it like it was happening to someone else. You kind of won't trust to step into it, but trust that Spirit is giving you this message now, because 727 on the clock, as I said that for confirmation, Spirit is giving you this now to give you this opportunity to get on board with this message, so that when these things start happening, you won't be like, what? This can't be true. You'll be like, yeah, this is what Lottie said, this is what Spirit said, and it's happening. And obviously for each person it will happen differently. So with the Empress, we've got the 3 card. So I always think of 3 as being like, God, Son, Holy Spirit. You've got Earth, Wind, and Fire. You've got all the 3s. Oh, little bunnies just come to say hello. The 3 is a very powerful spiritual number. And it's not going to just stop with this one thing. 3 crows just flew overhead. It's not going to just stop with this one thing. This is going to be the start. The wheels are going to start turning. You're going to start finding that your life is bringing in more and more of this power. And a successful time, confidently accept opportunities, the Midas touch. There he is. That's going to be you on your throne. And to finish, this is an incredible reading. We've got 3 archangels to finish this reading. We've got Awakening with Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. It's important to be yourself. So yeah, this is going to I see this as maybe like Gabriel kind of almost falling. So it might feel at first a bit disorientating, because you've been kind of on this journey, it feels like, for quite a long time. And it might be this sense of almost free falling, but don't get overwhelmed by this. Don't get lost in it. I feel like you've got a very steady mind, steady head. And I feel like try and keep heart focused as you go through this. And you won't lose your balance with this. It's fine. Archangel Metatron, the head archangel, an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower. There you go. Keep that self-discipline. Start building in routines now into your life that will help you in the long run to stay level-headed, to stay grounded. It says here public recognition. It would be very easy, I think, when all these good things suddenly start flowing to you, to be like, yay, kid in the candy store. But whilst that's absolutely fine, obviously to a point, you want to just make sure that you are also accepting this all in a very grounded way, because you're here to do a specific kind of job, a specific kind of work, and you need to be coming at that from a grounded, rooted, self-guided place. Obviously with Spirit support. Speaking of which, the High Priestess to finish, Archangel Haniel. And we have here, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. So that's exactly what we're saying. From that grounded place, you'll be able to consider carefully what you want before acting. You'll be able to come into this place with this mindset of just being sensible with it. I think a lot of us worry that, well, what would happen if all my dreams came true? I'll lose them all again. Well, that's why we need to start working now, to start building up that foundation, that strength, that groundedness. Okay, so to listen to your intuition, i.e. work with Spirit now. Start building that conversation with Spirit, whether you already have a lovely guide that you work with, or a Spirit in general that you like to work with. Just because I'm out in nature, I'm going to just draw one of these beautiful nature whispers cards. I went flying out. Vulnerability. Beautiful. Vulnerability. Spirit knows that we are vulnerable. We are vulnerable to getting overwhelmed, being burdened by other people's opinions of us, feeling like we're not good enough. Spirit is aware of that, and Spirit wants you to start this strengthening process now. So the big message now is for this week, start building in routines, guidance, understanding your connection with Spirit, meditating, journaling, uncovering anything within you that may be blocking your sense of worth. And we just had 1222 on the clock there. Final card, leap of faith. So here we are. What a beautiful card to finish on. She's dancing on a spider's web. She hasn't got a care in the world. She knows that Spirit has got her, and Spirit wants you to know that they have you. Okay, so please don't worry as you step into this week, into this, whatever this period of time is going to be, where all these wonderful things start coming towards you. Start building in that foundation now, and we're going to go into some Reiki healing with light codes now from Spirit, specifically for this reading, to give you that starting point to start feeding into your energy now and get you kick-started for the week ahead in a really strong, powerful way. So if you'd like to just join me here, and let's just take a deep breath together. And out. But immediately my stomach started rumbling there, so let's work into the solar plexus, because that feels like there might be some knots in there surrounding your confidence, which is often what is being affected through the solar plexus. I really feel like Spirit just wants you to just keep breathing nice and deeply into the solar plexus as we do this work. It just feels like we're just cutting through a few knots. My fingers are feeling quite rigid, which is unusual for the code, so it feels like we've got some kind of old, quite stagnant energy in there. Almost like turning to stone, and that is the sort of thing we need to be shifting if we are going to be working from a place of real strength. Okay, this is interesting because it's my left hand, which is the feminine, but it's working through your right side. So yeah, you need to start building up your natural intuition and working in a more flowing way with Spirit, being able to just trust your intuition and your guidance. And when you do that, you're going to find that actually the practical side of what is needed for you to flow through your life and to find all this wonderful abundance and growth is going to start to be far easier to uncover. Got that masculine, feminine flowing together. And it feels like the feminine is going to be your inner world, your intuition, the 5D. And that's going to be supporting you in your 3D. And also the 4D, which is where your unconscious beliefs are held. So let's just work through that point and just see if we can unravel a few of these old stories that might just make you stumble a little bit as we step into this new chapter. I can feel that just releasing from my heart to my throat. I can hear my throat making some funny noises there, so we're just releasing something in the throat chakra there. So it feels like there's going to be a story. It's going to be something that you need to be perhaps journaling. 1616 on the clock there, maybe when you were 16. Add those two together, maybe when you were 32. 1 and 6 breaks down to 7, so 7, maybe you're born in 1977. So, or it could just be a confirmation that that is something, there's a story there that could be blocking you a little bit. So do some journaling. And sometimes I find it helps to journal from a position of distance. So imagine what, for example, 80-year-old you would say to you now about, you know, something that's going on in your life, whatever comes up when we're talking about this needing to release a story, an old story. Because then sometimes we can get too caught in it when it's us now trying to be like, I don't know what to say, I don't know how I feel about that situation. Be like, what would 80-year-old me or 90-year-old me say to me, or what would I say to them? Because then you have that distance, and it feels sometimes safer to work looking back at your life. Okay, that feels really nice and clear there now. That's really nice. I see a little spider walking across my cards there, in case that's a little confirmation for someone. I'd love to just say thank you so much for joining me for this session. card reading and healing. I had a couple of people ask if I was going to do these again, and I wasn't, and I'm really glad that I have. So thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this, please do like and consider subscribing, and leave a comment if you feel like this has resonated with you. I'd love to know what it is you're going to be stepping into. I'm sure people in our collective would all love to support you with it. We are a lovely, powerful, positive, hopeful community. So please do join this joyful space, and I will see you on the next reading.